Hello friends, today I am going to reveal some true facts of personal information management. But first of all, I request you to please share and subscribe my channel for getting my informative true facts videos uninterrupted. Please note that subscription of my channel is free of cost. Personal information management. Personal information management (PIM) is the activities people perform in order to acquire, organize, maintain, retrieve and use personal information items such as documents, paper-based and digital, web-based and email messages for everyday use to complete tasks, work-related or not, and fulfill a person's various roles as parents, employees, friends, member of communities, etc. More simply, PIM is the art of getting things done in our lives through information. Practically, personal information management is concerned with how people organize and maintain personal information collections and methods that can help people in doing so. People may manage information in a variety of settings, for a variety of reasons, and with a variety of types of information. For example, an office worker might manage physical documents in a filing cabinet by placing them in a folder organized alphabetically by project name, or might manage digital documents in folders in a hierarchical file system. A parent might collect that and organize photographs of their children into a photo album using a temporal organization scheme, or might tag digital photos with the names of the children. PIM means personal information management considers not only the methods used to store and organize information, but also is concerned with how people retrieve information from their collections for reuse. For example, the office worker might to relocate a physical document by remembering the name of the project and then finding the appropriate folder by an alphabetical search. On a computer system with a hierarchical file systems, a person might need to remember the top level folder in which a document is located and then browse through the folder contents to navigate to the desired document. Email systems often support additional method for refinding such a filtered search by sender, subject, date, etc. The characteristics of the documents type, the data that can be used to describe them, the metadata and features of the systems used to store and organize them, as filtered searches are all components that may influence how users accomplish personal information management. Studying understandingly and practicing personal information management can help individuals and organizations work more effectively and efficiently, can help people deal with information overload, and can highlight useful strategies for archiving, organizing, and facilitating access to saved information. There are 6 ways in which information can be personal: owned by me, about me, directed towards me, sent posted by me, experienced by me, and relevant to me. One ideal of PIM is that people should always have the right information in the right place, in the right form, and of sufficient completeness and equal to quality to meet their current need. Technologies and tools such as personal information managers help people spend less time with time-consuming and error-prone activities of personal information management, such as looking for and organization information. They then more and better insight in making creative, intelligent use of their time and to simply enjoy the information itself. History and background of personal information management. PIM is a new field with ancient roots when the oral rather than the written word dominated human memory about the primary means for information preservation, and information was increasingly rendered in paper form tools and developed over time to meet the growing challenge of management. For example, the vertical filing cabinet, now such a standard features of home and workplace office, was first commercially available in 1893. With the increasing availability of computers in the 1950s came an interest in the computer as a source of metaphors and a test bed for efforts to understand the human ability to process information and to solve problems. Neville and Simon pioneered the computer's use as a tool to model human thoughts. They produced the logic theorist generally thought to be the first running artificial intelligence AI program. The computer of the 1950s was also an inspiration for the development of information processing approach to human behavior and performance. After the 1950s, research showed that the computer as a simple processor could think to varying degree of fidelity, like people do. The 1960s saw an increasing interest in the use of the computer to have people to think better and to process information more effectively, working with Andres Van Dam and others, Ted Nelson, who coined the word hypertext, developed one of the first hypertext systems. Hypertext editing system in 1968, that same year, Douglas also completed work as hypertext systems called NLS, online systems. Engelbart advanced the notions that the computers could be used to augment the human intellects, as heralded by the publication of Nasset's book Cognitive Psychology. The 1960s also saw the emergence of cognitive psychology as a discipline that focused primarily on a better understanding of the human ability to think, team and remember. The computer is as aid into the individual rather than remote number cruncher in a refrigerated room gained further validity from work in the late 1970s and to the 1980 to produce personal computers of increasing power and portability. These trends continue. The computational power roughly equivalent to that of desktop computer of a decade ago can now be found in devices flat fit into the palm of a hand. The phrase personal information management was itself apparently the first used in the 1980s in the midst of general excitement over the potential of the personal computer to greatly enhance the human ability to process and manage information. The 1980s also saw the advent of so-called PIM tools that provide limited support for the management of such things as appointments and scheduling to-do list, phone numbers and addresses. A community dedicated to the study and improvement of human-computer interactions also emerged in the 1980s. As befits the information focus of PIM relevant researches of the 1980s and 1990s extended beyond the study of a particular device or applications towards larger ecosystems of information management to include, for example, the organizations of the physical office and management of paperwork. Malone characterized personal organization strategies as neat or messy and described finding approach to the organizations of information. Other studies showed that people vary their methods for keeping information according to anticipated uses of the information in the future. Studies explored the practice of implication that human memory research might carry in the design for us, example, personal filing systems and information retrieval systems. The study demonstrated a preference for navigation, browsing, locations-based findings in the return to personal files. A difference that endures that today, notwithstanding significant improvement in search support and increasing use of search as the preferred methods of return to emails. Personal information management as a contemporary field of inquiry with a self-identified community of researchers traces its origin to a special interest group SIG session on PIM at the CHI 2004 conference and a special National Science Foundation NSF sponsored workshop held in Seattle in 2005. Interest in the study of the personal information management has increased in the recent years. One goal of the study of PIM is to identify ways to introduce new tool support without inadvertently increasing the complexity of a person's information management challenge. The study of PIM means understanding better how people manage information across tools and over time. It is not enough simply to study, for example, email used in isolation. A related point is that the value of a new tool must be assessed over time and at the broader context of a person's various PIM activities. PIM research can be organized according to the three main PIM activities: finding and refinding. Finding and refinding information can take place in a public space, that is internet or private personal hard drive research, or findings is largely focused on finding public information and how people search information, human information behavior. For refinding, a person has to remember to look, recall and recognize and repeat. Remembering to look it's difficult even when using online bookmark. Recall and recognize is what typically happens when people do a desktop search by typing and search items and then scanning the list of results until they recognize that they are looking for. The whole process of remembering, recalling and recognizing is repeated in a case where information sought consists of multiple parts. Keeping. When people encounter information, it can be consumed immediately, that is game scores, or keep it for later use, in which case a decision needs to be made of how and where to keep it, and so it can be found again. This process is error prone. Figuring and tagging information is difficult because people often fail to remember existing folders and tags and create new instances leading to information dispersion. Meta activities. Meta activities are strategic activities that consider a person's information collections, how the information is organized and how well the organization is working, and whether the information is secure and backed up. Making sense of an using information and that it has been found is also part of these activities. Generally, people struggle to organize their information and usually don't have reliable backup routines. Methods. A challenge in the personal information management research is to develop more practice methods for the study of current PIM practices with more practical implications for the development of improved tools, techniques and training in support of better PIM. PIM requires the study of people with a diversity of background and needs over time as they work in many different situations with different forms of information and different tools of information management. This scope of PIM inquiry brings a need for practice cost-effective methodologies that can also further. Further, there is a need not only for descriptive studies and aimed at better understanding how people currently practice PIM, but also for prescriptive studies aimed both at evaluation and also towards the recommendation of proposed solution in the form of new, improved tools, techniques and strategies of PIM. It has been noted that as the nature of PIM makes it study challenging in the extreme, researchers seek to understand how people manage information using tools of information management, but it is important that the information managed be personal. Traditional laboratory task risk abstracting away to personal from PIM. Furthermore, people don't just keep information, they keep information within the established organizations of the personal space of information, PSI. To further the structure of their laptops, of the drawers and layout of the physical desktop or a Facebook timeline. There are tools. There are a number of tools available for managing personal information, but these tools can become a part of the problem, leading to information uh, fragmentation. Different devices and applications often come with their separate ways of storing and organizing information. Many people they confuse PIM tools with the study and practice of personal information management itself. Related activities and areas. PIM, Personal Information Management, shares considerable potential synergetic overlaps with disciplines such as the cognitive science, human-computer interaction, information science, artificial intelligence, database management, information retrieval. PIM relates to by different from other fields of inquiry that study the interactions between people, information and technology, personal network management, cognitive psychology and cognitive science. Cognitive psychology is the study of how people learn and remember problems, solve and make decisions necessarily, as include the study of how people make a smart use of available information. The related field of cognitive science in its effort to apply these questions more broadly to the study and simulation of intelligent behavior is related to PIM. Cognitive science has strong connections to, and some would even say, subsumes the field of artificial intelligence. Group information management. Group information management, pronounced with the soft G, has been written about elsewhere in the context of PIM. The study of group information management in turn has clear relevance to the study of computer-supported cooperative work. Personal network management. Personal network management is a crucial aspect of PIM and can be understood as the practice of managing the links and connections for social and professional benefits. In my next video, I will reveal some true facts of other more important topics. Thanks.